Now baseball under the light. In now is Lorenzo Cain, and we are set for baseball here this evening. High and deep to left. This one's got plenty of distance. And goodbye. This one ain't coming back. So it's a solo home run here leading off the ball game. 6th home run on the season for him. As the Brewers get on the board first, it's 1-0.
Well, this has started off certainly quick. First batter of the game goes deep. Dare I say, ambush tactics?
Into the box now, Christian Yelich. They'll run this one in on him, and he can't connect, so he finds himself down 1-2 now. And there are our umpires for this one. Working the plate is Dave Lawrence.
Dan, we got Dave Lawrence behind the dish tonight. One of the best in the business, in my opinion, but sometimes has a tendency to fall into a pattern where he's given a little bit too much on that outside corner.
Yeah, D-Road, one of the things he'll do, he'll open up that outside corner, especially with left-handed batters.
So he gets him swinging on a pitcher's pitch. Christian Yelich goes down for the first out of the game. And now a curveball that's low and in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1. Well, guys, as we look at the Cubs coming into play here tonight, they've been pretty much unstoppable the last couple of weeks or so. Winners of 9 straight ball games.
Matty, you have a chance to win 9 ball games in a row. All you're thinking about, first off, everything's going right. All facets of the game are coming together. Team is playing exceptionally well right now. But your eyes on that double digits. There's very few teams that rattle off a double-digit win streak throughout the course of the year. They have that opportunity.
Good battle here. This will be the 7th pitch coming up. On the 8th pitch of the at-bat is the one that finally does it as he wears him down and the inning is over. Stepping into the box, Javier Baez. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. 1-2 now as this catches the outer half. One-two pitch is a slider that misses. 2-2. Here now the 2-2. Is laid off and the count runs full. Count remains full. Grounder down the line at third. But this will get foul, so they'll do it again. 3-2. And there's a base hit on the line.
Hey, sometimes you get lucky right there. It looked like a 3-2 pitch out of the zone. Could have got on base via the walk, but he wanted to knock instead.
Hit well on the ground to first. One there on to first, and they get the double play. And a chance now from the north side of Chicago to check out the Cubs starting lineup. Mark DeRosa, tell us about this lineup and how they continue the winning streak.
Yeah, you take a look at this lineup they're running out today, and they got their work cut out for them with the sinker. Striding into the box, Jesus Aguilar. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. And he can't connect with the 3-1 curveball, so that'll run it full. Hey, he got away with that one right there. If he's going to live up there, spinning it up top of the zone, he's going to get hurt. A swing and a ground ball to third. Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second. Digging in, Manny Pena. It's been a really slow start to the season for him, as you can see by the April numbers on your screen. A payoff pitch one more time.
Now he tries to hold back on the swing, and the home plate umpire says he did so successfully. It's ball 4. Next to bat, Orlando Arcia. First at bat for him in this one. He was 1 for 4 with a double in the ball game last night. Pena, base runner at first with 1 out. Breaking ball, called third strike as that catches the zone for out number 2. Ready now, Jonathan Villar. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. Now a swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. And it's fouled away. Keeps fighting him off. The 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Very weakly on the ground. That rolls foul, and they'll do it again. High fly ball out to straightaway center. And he'll pull this one down a step or 2 in front of the warning track, and the inning. Here's Jason Hayward now, and he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. 1-1 pitch and a good sinker there, but he can't find the zone. 2-1. And guys, we take a look at the Brewers entering play here tonight. They come off another loss last time out, and in fact they've dropped 3 of their last 4.
Yeah, Matty, to expect to go through the course of a long season and just dominate every game, every team, it was just a foolish thought process. You're going to have these little hiccups throughout the course of the season. I think they keep you honest and keep you real and keep you on the attack. Let's see if they fight today.
Lifted the other way out to left center. And Braun will handle this one for route number 2. Here now the 2-2. Hit on the ground to third. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Digging in, Jimmy Nelson. He'll get to take his first cuts here. 1-2 to the Brewers pitcher.
Offered at that breaking ball below the zone, and that's a tough one to spit on. But the key is recognizing it coming out of the pitcher's hand earlier and making sure that it goes up before it comes down. More likely to be a hanger when that's the case.
So it was a strikeout swinging. Jimmy Nelson becomes the first out of the inning. Sharp ground ball to third. Bryant is up with it, and that's the second out. In is Christian Yelich, looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. And this misses for ball 4. The second walk he surrendered here in the first 3 innings. So it's a runner at first with 2 gone, and that'll bring forth the great slugging left fielder Ryan Braun. Yelich is off at first with 2 away. And it's up to a 3-2 full count now.
All right, 3-2 count with 2 outs. The runner on first will be moving, so we'll see what happens. There are a lot of possible outcomes with this kind of play.
Sent in the air out to straightaway central. And as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around. So in now for Chicago, Ian Happ. He'll get it started against Jimmy Nelson as we get the inning underway. Here now the 2-2. Got him swinging in the dirt. And he makes the throw to first. Happ is retired, and there's 1 away. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. And that one just missed outside.
Well, these are just extra pitches that are just going to add to your pitch count. He's not trying to work around him, and no reason to, but sometimes you just lose the strike zone for no apparent reason.
And he'll step on first himself for the out. Into the box, Addison Russell. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. The 1-2 offering looked like a slider that time, but it's 2-2. Swing and a line drive. Foul. 2 out, nobody on. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. So here's the cleanup hitter, Travis Shaw. First time up, he went down looking. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Outside, 2-1.
Well, when you're behind an account like this pitcher is, it's a good time to work in something off speed if you're confident in it. Most hitters are looking for fastball.
In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. Here now the 2-2. Is a wave and a miss. He struck him out. Digging in for his second at-bat, Jesus Aguilar comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. 1-1. I had him guessing that time as he's barely able to foul it away. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And you can tell he wanted to hold off, but he swings through the inside pitch anyway, and he becomes out number 2. So stepping in, Manny Pena. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch-out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. And this one misses inside a ball. He walked him, and they've got themselves a 2-out base runner. Stepping in, Orlando Arcia. He's 0 for 1 thus far. 1-1. Misses low. Good take on the curveball there. Just 1 hit apiece for both of these clubs. 3 balls, 1 strike to Orlando Arcia. And he may be starting to lose the feel here as that misses for ball 4, and that's back-to-back walks now with 2 away. Ready for another chance? Jonathan Villar. 2 men on, 2 away here in the 4th. Good lead there at second. Here's the pitch. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. Strike 3. Leading off the inning, Javier Baez, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. And he wasn't going to hit that one with an or. The strikeout, and there's 1 gone. Now at the plate, Ben Zobrist.
Right fielder, Ben
Shot weakly to the left. Arcia fields it cleanly, and there are 2 away now. Here's Chris Bryant now. 2 away in the inning, and Dan, it looks like this could be another 1-2-3 inning for him.
Yeah, he has really found a groove on the mound, and it's been impressive to watch. It'll be interesting to see how long he can keep this dominance up.
Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. Bryant around first, heading for second. And he is into second with a 2-out double.
Everyone knows that this guy's numbers are not where he wants them to be so far this year, but you never know by that swing. He looked fluid and confident, driving that pitch for a double. We'll see if that gets him going a bit.
The next 3-2 is swung on and missed. He got him. At the plate, Jimmy Nelson. He'll look to light a spark under this lineup that hasn't found the scoreboard since back in the first inning.
Yeah, and for me, the story has been the starting pitching they faced. It's been very difficult to rebound and, quite frankly, dominate after getting roughed up a bit in the first inning of a start. So I'll give him a lot of credit for what he's been able to do.
And a good take there. Close, but it's 2-2. Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball. Lorenzo Cain waits on deck. And he struck him out. Good pitch there as he registers his 8th punch out of the ball game. So digging in now, Lorenzo Cain. He launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. The 1-1 is looked at for ball number 2. Down the third baseline, but this will wind up a foul ball. 2-2. Liner toward right center. And this is going to find a seam in right center and should get to the ivy for extra bases. The relay throw, but he is in there with a triple.
Yeah, and most guys that hit for the cycle can get a single or a double but struggle with the rest. Not this guy. He's already got the homer and the triple, so the hardest parts are out of the way. We'll see what the rest of the game holds in store.
Hit on the ground down the first baseline. Rizzo was there, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the second out, but meanwhile the run is in to score. So coming to the plate, Ryan Braun. He flew out in his last at-bat. Fastball is looked at for strike 2. Full count, 3-2. Travis Shaw would be next if they can keep this inning alive. Into right field, that's a base hit.
Dan, as a former pitcher, are you privy to this guy? I mean, he's been swinging the bat well. I know it's only April, but he's been using the entire field, staying line to line.
That's what makes it so hard as a pitcher, when you can't go one way. When you pitch a guy in, he pulls it. When you throw it away, he hits it the other way. He's having that ability right now just to be able to get the barrel to it, and he's having a real strong beginning to this season.
Digging in once again, Jesus Aguilar. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. And this ball runs away for ball 2. 2-1.
Boy, he better get it back together here quick, because he's got 2 guys on already. He's starting to lose location of that strike zone. He's got to throw a strike right here.
That's in there. Base hit. Now a long throw to third. And they won't come close to getting him. He's in there at third. And he'll make it to second base now with 2 gone.
Even though that pitcher was able to execute in off the plate, batter was able to keep his hands inside that baseball and drive it up the middle.
Steve Cishek comes on now, looking for the final out of the inning to strand the 2 runners in scoring position. Manny Pena will be his first assignment as he steps in with 2 men in scoring position now, but also 2 away. Fouled away. Ripped down the line. Well, this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Brett Phillips will grab a bat to pinch hit, and he'll do so with a couple of runners in scoring position here, but with 2 out in the inning. And a big strikeout there as they'll leave a couple of runners on base, and after a good start, Brett Phillips will stay in the ball game as he'll likely do the catching from here out.
Number 33.
Jet Bandy is into the ball game here as he takes over behind the plate.
Number 47.
Back up the middle and in for a base hit. With that, the Cubs get their leadoff man aboard. And this will wind up a closer play than I thought, but he's in there with 2 bases.
The catcher, number 40.
I'll tell you, that's one of the first good swings we've seen anybody put on this guy so far. He's been throwing the ball really well, but that was one of the few mistakes we've seen him make.
Stepping in now, Wilson Contreras. Yelich on the move. He makes the catch, and tagging is the runner from second. And he'll make it up to third safely here with one away. And that'll bring in the Pittsburgh area native Ian Happ. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. Happ with a 2-1 count now. Sharp ground ball to third. And there's out number 2. Albert Almora will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 5.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Rizzo at third with 2 away. He's fallen behind now, 3-1. Shoots this one over to first. Aguilar is there, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Cubs strand. Justin Grimm takes over to start the 6th inning on the mound.
Number 52.
Ready for another shot now, Orlando Arcia, and he'll try to start things out here for the Brewers in their half of the 6th. Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning. At the plate, Jonathan Villar. Career line against Grimm. He's 3 for 9.
Jonathan Villar.
2 balls and 2 strikes to Jonathan Villar. 3 runs, 4 hits, and no errors on the Milwaukee line score so far. Swung on in the dirt for the 3rd strike. And the throw to first is there to record the 2nd out. Next to hit will be the pitcher, Jimmy Nelson. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. He struck him out. The 3rd time he's fanned in the game. Here's Addison Russell. And through 5 turns at bat, they've only mustered a total of 3 hits. Not terrible, but they're certainly not firing on all cylinders.
Well, it's getting a little bit too late in this game if this continues like this. In today's game, with so many dominant bullpen arms, you certainly don't want to wait until the 8th or 9th to try to wake the bats up.
So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Javier Baez. He's 1 for 2 in this one. And that's in for his 2nd hit of the afternoon.
Boy, so frustrating as a pitcher. You make a quality pitch on the inside half of the plate right there. Try to bust him in, D-Row, and he fights it off the other way.
Yeah, you tip your hat to the pitcher right there. He executed his pitch, but nice job by the offensive player. Fighting. It doesn't matter what it looks like. A knock's a knock.
Boone Logan enters to make an appearance on the mound as he inherits a runner at first with 1 out in the inning. Strike called. Now the throw down is not close as he's in there with a stolen base. Here now the 2-2 to right field. Here comes Yelich, and he tracks it down. A nice running play to record the 2nd out. Digging in and looking for more, Chris Bryant. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at bat with another big hit right here. Baez at second with 2 down. Swing and a ball lifted in the air toward the line in right. Yelich is there, and he'll put it away to retire the side. Justin Wilson is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
Number 37.
In now is Lorenzo Cain. Lifetime numbers against Justin Wilson. He's 1 for 4. Outside, 2-1. Wilson stands 6'2" and throws from the left side. He was a 5th-round pick during the 2008 draft.
Hey, when you come out of the middle rounds, you have to grind for everything, and that's exactly what this guy has done, and he has turned himself into a solid big league ball player.
And it looks like the Cubs will get a left-hander up and working out of the bullpen. Swinging a ball hit on the ground. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7. In is Christian Yelich, 0 for 2 on his line thus far. Domingo Santana will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with one gone in the inning. Liner in there for a base hit. He'll get it into second. And they're going to hold him to a single here as they do a nice job of getting it back in quickly.
Dan, right here you see a situation where no doubles defense comes back to bite you. As a pitcher, were you even aware when guys are playing a foot off the track?
I'll be honest with you, D-Row. You're so concerned about on the mound trying to get that white ball to that dark brown or black glove that I never really ever turned around to even notice where they were playing. I was concerned about getting the guy out swinging the bat.
And there's out number 2 as this is taken in shy of the track, and the runner will have to retreat. And that brings up the left-handed hitting Travis Shaw. It was a walk in his last trip. 0-2, here it comes. And a check swing here, appealed down to third, but Matthew Ross says he held up, ball 1. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2.
That's back-to-back breaking balls away, but now he's got himself into a little bit of a tough spot. You probably can't throw that again, so your opponent is probably up there just looking for a fastball that he can drill.
Jesus Aguilar would be next. Crowd gets up for the 3-2. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Payoff pitch one more time. And a good at-bat that time as he lays off for ball 4. And as a result, that'll move a runner up into scoring position now with 2 away. Digging in to try it again, Jesus Aguilar. 2 outs and 2 runners aboard here in the 7th inning. Oh, and here's a drive. Well hit out to straightaway center. Into the bleachers and gone. So a 3-run blast to deep center here. 4th home run here in the early going. As they pile on, it's now 6-0.
Yeah, he is kicking himself right now. He worked his tail off to get out of that jam and was 1 strike away from getting there, and then boom, all that work goes to waste. From 0 damage to a 3-run homer in the blink of an eye.
Into the box, Jet Bandy. And he takes one off the inside corner for ball 2.
Well, this inning pretty much has been one to forget for him, but he's still out there. And it's only going to get worse if he dwells on it and lets the frustration take over. Easier said than done, though.
The 2-2 doesn't get the zone. Count full now. 3 runs already home here. A bouncer up the middle. Russell's got it. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Good 3. Domingo Santana will stick around as he'll take over in right field.
Number 16.
Striding in, Jason Hayward. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
So he chased out of the strike zone on that one. Jason Hayward retired for the first out in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Making him sweat out there. The 7th pitch coming up. And that misses for ball 4.
Well, the reason power hitters generally draw more walks than other guys is exactly what we saw right there. Pitchers work around them and nibble the corners a lot more so they don't get burned. He made some good pitches, but he just couldn't get him to chase enough out of the zone.
Oh, and not an easy pitch to lay off of, but he did somehow, and he's got it to 3-1. Sliced hard on the ground. Backhanded. There's one. On to first, it's a double play as their woes continue the inning. Into the box now, Orlando Arcia 0 for 2 for him to this point. And it's up to a 3-2 full count now.
Game is full, 3-2.
And a good take there will net him a base runner as it's ball 4 now to start the 8th inning. Next for Milwaukee, Jonathan Villar, 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ballgame. Line drive to center field. Happ is there, and he has it for the first out.
Now batting, the pitcher, Boone Logan.
Keon Broxton will be summoned off the bench here as he'll pinch hit with a runner at first and 1 gone in the inning. And there he goes towards second, and he fouls this one off. Arcia stands at first with 1 out. He's on the move again from first. Drilled to the right side. And that finds its way through for a base hit. And he will not make it over to third even on the hit and run play as he's cut down on a super throw from right field. In now is Lorenzo Cain. And he'll step off and fire to the bag. And he is tagged out here. Jacob Barnes is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th. Stepping up to the plate, Ian Happ. No hits to this point.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
3 balls and a strike to the Chicago leadoff hitter. And he can't get out of the way there, so the leadoff man will be aboard to open up the inning. Tommy LaScella will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher. Popped him up. Shaw in foul ground. 1 down. Now batting, Addison Russell. He struck out and flied out. 0 for 2 so far. Sent in the air out to straightaway center. Kane is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first. Here's Javier Baez. 2 hits and 3 at-bats for him in this one. Got him. 1 left. Brandon Morrow comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one. Here it comes on 1-1. A wave and a miss, a tick behind a good fastball.
It's becoming more and more common in today's game to see relievers like this that can run it up there close to 100 miles per hour. But it's so fun to watch it. He blew it right by him there.
Line drive to left. But he'll hardly need to move out there in left as this is hauled in for the first down. Coming to the plate now, Domingo Santana. He singled his last time up. Now the 3-2 pitch is crushed to straightaway center. No doubt about this one. That ball is gone. It's a solo shot here for Domingo Santana. First home run of the campaign for him as this lead swells to 7-0.
Yeah, everyone in the stadium, including the guy in the mound, knew it was just a matter of time until this guy cranked one out of here. Well, that's the first one of the year, and many more are sure to follow.
In now, Ryan Braun. And this is swung on and missed on a good pitch, and Braun is gone for route number 2. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Travis Shaw. He's 0 for 2 with a couple of walks in this one. Shaw connects. This is sent to deep right field. Looking up is Contreras. See you later. Over the wall, a home run. A solo home run there for Travis Shaw. 6th home run on the season for him as they've widened this lead to 8 now.
I can tell you one thing. You might get away with throwing a ball in that location in the minor leagues, but when you get one up like that in the zone right over the plate against these guys, you're going to get exactly what he got, a really bad result.
Now a foul tip that's held onto at the plate, and the count moves to 1-2 now. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. Really stayed.
Here's Ben Zobrist now. He's going to lead things off in their half of the 9th as they try to avoid the dreaded shutout.
It's never a good feeling to get shut out, and over the course of the season, it's bound to happen a few times. They've just been overmatched by good pitching.
Count still at 1-2. Another 1-2 delivery. A little bouncer. And a good throw gets him one gone.
Now batting, third baseman.
Standing in, Chris Bryant.
This guy has been unbelievable. There were billboards outside Wrigley while he was still in AAA, and what does he do when he shows up? Rookie of the Year, MVP. I mean, get in line.
Tapper up the line. Shaw has it. Throw on to first gets him, and that means the Cubs are down to their final out now. Here's Jason Hayward now. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate. Full count, 3-2. The Cubs are down to their final strike here. And this one misses inside. A ball he walked in, and they've got themselves a 2-out base runner. Stepping up now, Anthony Rizzo. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. He brings it in, and the Brewers will put an end to their 3-game skid as this ball game is over. An 8-0 shutout this evening. Milwaukee get the win on the heels of 4 home runs. Jimmy Nelson wins his 3rd of the season. So that'll just about do it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com.
The victorious Brewers, 8 runs, 9 hits, no errors. They left 6 men on base. For the Cubs, no runs, 4 hits, no errors. They left 6 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 1 minute. Tonight's paid attendance at Wrigley Field.